Hey guys, today we're going to be installing a rigid bed liner in my 24 Ford Ranger. The reason I'm doing that, the old one was really flimsy and it was kind of like a faux leather top or something. It was getting all faded even after only 2 years. I tried to do some leather clean and restore and stuff on it. It just looked crap, really bad. So I've got this new rigid one. It's actually rated to hold 250 pounds on top of it when it's closed. So that's cool. It's a tri-fold. Just like the soft top ones, it folds up, and then you can use these little clips right here to hold it in place if you're running down the road with it opened up like that. But it looks like I should be able to use my factory clips. You can see one on each side, in the front and the back. There's one up there. So this panel that has these metal clips on it, that is going to be the front, so that's going to be towards the cab. And then when we get to the back, we'll install these lever action that will latch underneath here on each side and hold it down. It comes with this foam piece for up by the cab, but I already have that piece of rubber up there that came with my factory tonneau cover. So I'm just going to use that, and I'll just save this as a backup. But it also comes with one for the tailgate, which I do not have a seal on my tailgate, so I'll have to install that. It comes with a little bit of extra mounting hardware and everything you need, and actually pretty decent instructions. So let's get started. Okay, so as you can see, the original brackets did not line up, but fortunately the bolts that they provided, they swing down. They can fit up into this recess. When you swing them down, the bolt is long enough to get underneath the factory edge. Let me try to get a better angle. So you will have to pinch that piece of plastic together with the edge of the bed there, but you'll be able to get that clip on. And then just hand tighten it as much as you can until you can no longer see light through that corner there. There is some light in there, but I think that's just a reflection. Anyway, you should have seen the gap before I tightened it. It was like about 1/4 inch. So when you tighten this down, it kind of squishes that rubber seal down and seals everything up. Okay, so for the back two clips, you've got the same long bolts that come down, that swivel up. Flip them to the up position. Take this clip. You're going to want it so that, let's see, when I flip this down, it should go out this way. Yes. So the actual lip there will go up on first. So that's what's going to clip onto this bracket here. And then you've got this adjustable lever, which you can turn to adjust it tight enough, and then it snaps down. In order to assemble that, make sure you have it turned 90 degrees so that you can reach the thread there. And then this little threaded dowel piece will go into this hole like that, and then you're going to thread it onto this bolt. Don't thread it on too much because you're not sure how much clearance you need to attach to this bracket yet. So just get it on there, and then when you close it, you'll be able to adjust it properly. All right, first mistake. There are two different sizes of these, so that's why it comes with 4 of them. This one is a little bit larger diameter than that one, and the larger one is the correct one for me, but just go ahead and test fit it there. Test fit it before you go ahead and put the clip on. I got a little bit too carried away. This bottom clip that I showed you is not necessary. You're going to use the clip that's actually attached to the lever. Once you have it on, it makes more sense, which is what I just did. I tried to close it. I'm like, oh wait, there's a clip right there. So take this one off if you already put it on. Use the one that's on the lever. I believe these are just extras at this point then. There must be spares. There's a reason I make these videos and show you the mistakes that I made so that you guys don't have to make the same mistakes. This is the second mistake I did. I tried to just put it straight in from the end with that piece bent, but you're supposed to actually keep it straight because the bolt goes through that hole first, and then it threads into that rod, which you stick in this hole. So it'll thread in there right there, as you can see, and that way, no matter where it's adjusted, this can still flip open and closed. So again, that'll make more sense once I show you it latched. All right, here it is in the closed and latched position. It does sit at a little bit of an angle. You can play with your adjustment on there, but it's nice and secure. You can see I had to thread it almost all the way to the top of the threads because you can't screw it when it's in this configuration. You have to unclip it, and see now you can't really turn it, right? So you have to flip it vertical, adjust it to where you want it, and then pull it down like that, clip it under your clip, latch it down. All right. Passenger side is locked down now. Everything fits really well. It's really rigid. I mean, you can barely move it, barely flexes. But the next thing would be the tailgate seal, and you might need it on yours, but mine, as you can see, there is no gap there because there is a little rubber gasket right here, you can see. So that seals up tight enough for me. So I'll put this to the side in case I need it in the future, but I don't think I will because of that rubber lip. It fits really nicely. All right, so overall, I'm very happy with the fitment. It looks really sharp. The black matches the black trim of the truck perfectly. So I really like that. And there's one last feature I needed to show you that I might have to show you at night instead, but we do have LED lights. You might have noticed them in earlier frames under there. And they're not motion activated or anything. They have a red push button here. So you'll press that button once for on. You can see the LEDs. And then once for off. So there's one on each side. So that's kind of neat. I'm not sure how they're rechargeable yet. I'm gonna have to check the instructions and see where the batteries are at. But I'll show those to you guys at night as well, so you can see, or we can see together how bright or dim it is. All right, here's a little bit better view of those LEDs with the on-off button. There is a screw there, and I thought maybe that was to access the batteries, but I took that out, and this piece right here, where's my finger? Here we go. That's the piece right there is like held down with adhesive, just like these foam blocks are. So I didn't want to peel that up and risk it not sticking back. So your guess is as good as mine because the instructions say nothing about batteries. So I guess we'll have to figure that out when we get there. If anyone knows anything about this, let me know in the comments below. So the name brand on this is Lanotech. You can find it in my Amazon shopping cart below. I'll have one link for this on Amazon. It runs about $400, give or take. And then the list for anything else tool-wise that I use will be down there as well. So next clip, you'll see this at night. All right, here's the bed at night. And I'd say it lights it up pretty good for 8 little tiny LEDs, 4 on each side. There they are. So if I figure out the battery thing, like I mentioned earlier, I'll mention it in the comments. But if you guys know anything about it, let me know. Have a good night.